Pregame.com.
Welcome back to Pregame.tv. We're continuing our coverage of the Kentucky Derby for 2013. He's Dave Tooley. I'm Marco D'Angelo. We're going to preview Verrazano. Dave, here's a horse, undefeated, heads into the race, wins the Wood Memorial, one of the major preps, but he's not the morning line favorite, and he's undefeated. And we talked about Orb in the last video. Do you think part of the old asterisk that's on Verrazano? Everybody knows nobody has won the Kentucky Derby, or I should say only one horse has won the Kentucky Derby that hasn't raced it too. Right. Is that the knock?
Maybe, although again, I wouldn't be surprised if they flip-flopped by Derby Day either. Obviously, 4 for 4, can't ask a horse to do any more than that. Yeah, the whole thing about racing it too, I mean, we've seen all those trends go by the wayside over the years. You can't be a gelding. You can't have a 5-week layoff. You can't do this. You have to have a certain number of preps. I mean, so I equate a lot of that to voodoo handicapping. I mean, I think if the horse is right and he's obviously peaking at the right time, those things don't matter. I think he has enough of a foundation, and he's proven himself enough that, again, if he doesn't win, I don't think it will be because he didn't race at 2. I just think it'll be that better horses finish ahead of him. Speaking
of peaking at the right time, I look at the Wood Memorial, and I know a lot of people, they grade all of the different, prep races and stuff. I didn't think that the Wood Memorial was an overly stocked field, and what concerned me is he won the race, so it's like, how can you fault him? He won the race. But watching the race, I thought he was all out to do it. I didn't think, like we talked about Orb in the last race, Orb was drawn off. To me, Verrazano looked like he was all out, which gives me the question, can he get the distance?
Right, that's a very good question, and obviously that's the unknown in all these horses that haven't gone a mile and a quarter yet. Frankly, I did like his Tampa Bay Derby win actually better than the Wood.
I agree with you.
So I do agree with you there. But got to give the horse credit. He can only do what's put in front of him, and he got to the wire first. So, but the distance questions always a problem. For me, again, it comes down to price. I certainly don't think certainly wouldn't bet him on the front end. And again, I like some of the other top contenders better.
Yeah, and just wrapping him up, looking at, he's the type of horse that has the tactical speed that he's going to get out of the gate and be placed well. Right. I don't think you're going to have traffic problems with this type of horse like possibly we'll be talking about when we're talking about some of the other closers and the mid-pack stalkers. But Verrazano, undefeated. Didn't race at 2. We'll see if this horse can pull it off on Saturday. Orb's the morning line favorite. I think they got the right horses the morning line favorite, but this is a horse you definitely got to consider in your tickets. Don't know if he can pull the win off, but I think he could still be a factor in the race. That's Verrazano. He is horse number 14. We're going to be right back next. We're going to take a look at the Santa Anita Derby winner, Golden Sense, and a little bit of deja vu with those connections from last year. We'll talk about that next on Pregame.tv.